Hey everybody, Jason Kruger 23 here with the last update for the huge update I've just given you guys. I think it's 6 or 7 videos long, different subgenres and everything. But I wanted to end with these, the DVDs I got from Horror Weekend. Now, I went to Horror Weekend in last October, and it's this horror convention with a bunch of horror movie stars and everything like that. You can go and meet them. And it was amazing. It was one of the best times of my life. I met Brian O'Halloran, who plays Dante in Clerks. I met PJ Souls from John Carpenter's original Halloween. I met, oh geez, what's his name? I met Sid Haig from House of a Thousand Corpses, Devil's Reject. I actually got his autograph. And I just met a lot of people, and I saw everyone. And then they had this DVD booth, which was just all sorts of, I wouldn't say bootleg, but like work prints, all kinds of that stuff of either horror movies that never came out on DVD or like work prints of specific different types of horror movies. I got mostly work prints of horror movies because I was more interested in those than I was in horror movies that hadn't come out on DVD yet. I didn't really see any of those that I wanted, but I did find a lot of really cool work prints I'm going to show you guys. But first up, I got one that's not a horror movie one. I found Star Wars, the Holiday Special. I had watched this, well, I hadn't watched it, but I had heard about it, and I heard it was absolutely terrible, and it was crap, and no one should watch it. And I thought, well, it's got Mark Hamill, and it's got Harrison Ford, and it's got Carrie Fisher, all the original people from Star Wars. Like, how could it suck that bad? It can't possibly suck that bad. And I watched it, and I could barely make it through the first hour. It is absolutely, absolutely horrendous. But in the best way. I'm so happy that I own it. Star Wars The Holiday Special. If you're a Star Wars fan, you're going to be mad about it because it's complete and total crap, but you're also going to love it just because it is that much complete and total crap, if you like that kind of stuff. But I got that one. And then the rest are all horror movie stuff that I found. So I start with, I found Evil Dead 2, the work print edition. It's actually not work print edition, which means it's a version of the movie where they were working on it. They were, either they had sent this version in to the ratings board or something like that. But this isn't actually a work print version. It's just someone turned on a camera for about 2 hours on the Evil Dead 2 set. It's still pretty cool. You get a bunch of really cool behind-the-scenes stuff. You see them filming some scenes that you wouldn't get to see otherwise. But it's not really a work print, but it's still pretty cool. So got Evil Dead 2 work print. I got Evil Dead the Musical DVD. I had went and seen Evil Dead the Musical. They showed it in 2009 at a theater in Charlotte, not too far away from me, and me and a couple of my friends went down there and we saw it, and it was awesome. I loved it. I got a t-shirt. We made t-shirts, and then I got it signed by the whole cast. It was awesome. And then when I saw that, I had to get that, Evil Dead the Musical. And then I found this one's a really cool one, the Rare Lost Short Film Collection of Sam Raimi and Bruce Campbell, which not only has Within the Woods, which the Evil Dead was based off of, but it also has just a crazy amount of movies that they haven't released. It's got, let's see, Within the Woods, Toro, The Bird Waiter, Cleveland Smith, Bounty Hunter, 6 Months to Live, Attack of the Helping Hand, XYZ Murders, WNIC commercial, Evil Dead screening, intro, and more. And that was awesome. That was a really cool find. I got Friday the 13th Ultimate Collection Megadisc, which it takes like all the commercials, TV shows, anything really you could think of that has anything to relate to Friday the 13th, and it put them all on one disc. And I love Friday the 13th series, and this was just awesome. I loved watching this. I got Halloween 2, the Ultimate Cut, and Halloween 2 is one of my favorites of the original series. The way they did this was weird, though, because they had the actual movie, and then they would play the actual movie, and then when it got to a scene where they had an extended cut or a different take of the scene, they would play the movie up into that scene, like after that scene, and then they would stop, and where the next scene would play, they would go back and show the extended cut, or they would show the alternate take of that scene, and sometimes they would have 3 or 4 alternate takes of one scene, and so they would just keep going back and playing it, and going back and playing it, and going back and playing it, which it's pretty cool you get all that stuff in there, but it was just a weird way of doing it, and but it was a really cool watch. I really liked it, and I love this orange case that they had. All the rest of them were black. This was the only orange case, which I really liked, so I got that. And then I got Halloween 6, the producer's cut, which is so much better than the theatrical version that they released. It explains so much more, and it's just better all around. They had I think a 5-disc version of this set, which had the theatrical cut, the producer's cut, the TV cut, but it was $20, and this one was $5. And I already have the theatrical cut, so really all I wanted was the producer's cut. But this one's really cool. This is a really good one to get if you like Halloween 6, Halloween, the movie series, or you thought Halloween 6, The Curse of Michael Myers, wasn't what it should have been. Get the producer's cut. You'll see differently. And this one, I got Nightmare on Elm Street, very rare outtakes and bloopers. And all the rest of them, if you can see, they had little descriptions on the back and everything showing what was on there and everything. This one didn't have anything, so I thought, and they were all $5 a piece, so I thought, oh, I'm gonna pay $5 to get 3 minutes of extras from the Nightmare on Elm Street 1 movie, and that's what it's gonna be. This DVD is gonna be stupid, but it was the only Nightmare on Elm Street DVD that they had, so I got it. And then it ended up, this was like almost 4 hours long, I think. It was like the Friday the 13th Megadisc, except the Friday the 13th Megadisc has options where you can choose what you want to see. Like, do you want to see TV commercials, or do you want to see the TV shows that they've got off Friday the 13th? This one was just, it had play and scenes, and I clicked play, and it played for 4 hours, just everything you could think of Nightmare on Elm Street, which was really cool. I just wish they would have had a menu to it, but it was awesome, and the artwork for this is really cool. I got Jaws 3D, the anaglyph version. I think this is ripped off of a Japanese Laserdisc that was released, I think. I'm not entirely sure, but the anaglyph version of Jaws 3D was never released in America, so I found that and I got that. It's pretty cool. It's kind of cut off at the bottom, and the 3D is pretty crappy. It's kind of dark. The screen is kind of dark, but it still is a really cool find, so I got that. I got this one, which is really cool, the Friday the 13th, the Final Chapter Work Print Edition, which is an unrated cut where they show everything, all the blood, all the guts that they intended to. And that was really cool, because this is my favorite one. I love this. I love this one, it's particularly because it's got Corey Feldman as Tommy Jarvis. I love the whole Tommy Jarvis trilogy inside Friday the 13th. But that one was a really cool find, the work print edition of that one. And then I got Friday the 13th Part 5, A New Beginning work print version 2, which I think has like a minute or maybe 2 minutes of different scenes or something from the theatrical. But still, it's really cool to have. And I kick myself for not getting it, but they also had a work print version of Jason Lives Part 6, which would have completed my Tommy Jarvis work print version trilogy. But I didn't buy it. I don't know why I didn't buy it. I kicked myself for not getting it. But they are having another horror weekend next year that I'll be going to. So hopefully they'll have it again there and I can get it. And I won't be kicking myself anymore. But those are really cool. These are actually some of the prize possessions of my DVD collection, just because they're so awesome, all the work prints and everything. But that was a really cool find, and hopefully I'll get a lot more cool stuff when I go to the horror weekend this year. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and that update was huge. And if you powered through all of it, good for you. If you just watched some of it, good for you, because you still watched my videos. And if you didn't watch any of it, then you're not listening to this right now, and I don't know why I'm talking to you. So, have a good day. Thank you for watching. See you guys in the next update.